Halina mga bata, tayo nang mag-aral sa math, walang maiiwan. Matsayang mat-aral, tayo nang matuto upang ika'y umasenso. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina't mag-aral na tayo. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina't mag-aral na tayo. Halina mag-aral na tayo. Halina, 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 mag-aral na tayo.
Kumusta mga batang mandunong at sa aming mga home learning partners? Welcome back to Project SOAR, series of online academic review of Mathematics Grade Learning Module. I am Ma'am Jessa, a teacher from Andres Bonifacio Integrated School. Para maging updated sa mga video lessons, ilike lamang ang aming official page, Math Team, Mathematics Teachers of Mandaluyong, at mag-subscribe sa aming official YouTube account, MTM channel. Mga batang mandunong, kanina ay nagbalik-aral tayo sa grade 7 at grade 8 ng week 3 at week 4 ng Mathematics Grade Learning. Ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa grade 9, week 3 ng Mathematics. Bago ko introduce sa inyo ang ating next reviewer, huwag kalimutang i-share ang live video na ito o mag-host ng watch party para makarating pa sa mas maraming batang mandunong ang ating pagbabalik-aral. So, to introduce our next speaker, he is a graduate of Bachelor of Science, major in Mathematics at Cagayan State University, Andrews Campus. He is a teacher too at Highway Hills Integrated School and now on his 7th year in service. He is an MTAP trainer, a module writer and layout and design editor for grade 9 mathematics module. He is a competitive, talented, and friendly teacher. Kaya nga nanalo siya last October 9, 2020 sa Highway Hills Integrated School Teachers Got Talent. So, mga batang mandunong, our reviewer for week 3 grade 9 mathematics, Mr. Donato O. Trinidad Jr. Sir?
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Jessa Alejo, sa aming mga magulang, mga mag-aaral, at mga guro na nanonood ngayong oras na ito. Maganda pa kayo sa umaga. At lalong-lalo na sa aming supervisor sa mathematics, Sir Resty Arodelas. Hello po, sir. Shoutout po sa aming former principal, Dr. Corazon Arejino, at sa bago naming principal, Dr. Efren S. Consumino, sa aming junior high school assistant to the principal, Ma'am Noriet Ubaldo, sa aming mathematics coordinator, Ma'am Sonia Taganyo, sa aming grade 9 chairperson, Ma'am Jennifer Juneda. Shoutout din sa mga co-teachers ko sa Highway Hills Integrated School, mga friends ko, mga family ko, at sa lahat ng batang mandunong, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Project SOAR, a series of online academic reviews of math grade learning modules. I'm Teacher Nats, a Mathematics 9 teacher from Highway Hills Integrated School, and I will be your reviewer for week 3 of grade 9 Mathematics. Bago tayo magsimula ngayon, para sa ating pagbabalik-aral, kailangan nyo munang ilabas ang inyong client learning modules for week 3. Papel at ballpen na maaari nyong gamitin sa pagsasolve. Handa na ba kayo? Kung handa na, tara na!
Review the module 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D. So what is module 3? So the topic for module 3 we have equations transformable into quadratic equations. What will be our objectives? Okay. Number 1, to transform equations transformable to quadratic equations. Number 2, to solve equations transformable to quadratic equations. And number 3, transform rational algebraic equation to quadratic equations. Number 4, to solve rational equations transformable to quadratic equations. Okay, so these are our objectives. So we have 4 objectives. Now, for week 1, so we discuss about the quadratic equations. So we have the 4 methods for in solving quadratic equations. The first is extracting the square roots. The second one is factoring. The third method, we have completing the square. At yung pang-apat, we have quadratic formula. So our week 2 is the discriminant and the relationship between the coefficients and the roots of quadratic equations. So ano meron sa week 2? So sa week 2A, so ang lesson natin sa week 2A, we have discriminant of A, meaning the discriminant of a quadratic equations. So 2B, we have the nature of the roots, determining the discriminant and the nature of the roots of a quadratic equations. The third one, for week 2C, we have determining the roots of a quadratic equation. And week 2D, determine the sum and the product of the roots of a quadratic equation. So this is for week 2. Discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So yan yung formula natin to how to get the discriminant of a quadratic equation. Next, we have the nature of the roots. So ano naman sa nature of the roots? Sabi dyan, when b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are real, rational, and equal. Next, when b squared minus 4ac greater than 0 and a perfect square, then the roots are real, rational, and unequal. Next, when b squared minus 4ac greater than 0 but not a perfect square, then the roots are real, irrational, and unequal. Next, when b squared minus 4ac less than 0, then the equation has no real roots. Okay, next. So determine the roots. Okay, so we have, if a quadratic equation cannot be solved using square roots and factoring, and you find difficult to use completing the square, then quadratic formula is powerful method to use in solving for the roots or solution. Okay, so kapag hindi pwede ang extract the square roots and factoring, so we have to use the quadratic formula. Quadratic formula can solve any quadratic equation. Next, we have the sum and the product of the roots. If r sub 1 and r sub 2 are the roots of the quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a is not equal to 0, then the sum of the roots is r sub 1 plus r sub 2 is equal to negative b over a. And the product of the roots is r sub 1 times r sub 2 is equal to c over a. So that is for week 2. Now we have to proceed to week 3. So for week 3, or the module 3, so we have to discuss first. So we have to combine module 3A and module 3B. Okay, kasi ang module 3A is continuation ng module 3B. So ano ba ang topic sa module 3A and 3B? So we have transforming and solving equations transformable to quadratic equations. Okay, so we have the key concept. So we have there are equations that are transformable into quadratic equations. These equations may be given in different forms. To transform some equations, in standard form, we have to simplify the equation and we'll write the resulting quadratic equation in standard form. First, transform the equation into quadratic equations in a standard form. Then, solve this transform equation using the techniques learned in previous lessons. So the different methods of solving quadratic equations such as extract square roots, factoring, completing the square, and using quadratic formula. So we have to use these four methods in solving quadratic equations. Example number 1, so we have to transform the following equations in quadratic equation in standard form. X times x plus 9 is equal to negative 8. So we have the solutions. So by multiplying x to x plus 9 or by using the distributive property. So we have x times x, that is x squared. Then x times 9, the answer is 9x. So we have to, the answer would be x squared plus 9x equal to negative 8. So adding 8 to both sides of equations. So x squared plus 9x plus 8 is equal to negative 8 plus 8. So negative 8 plus 8, that is 0 na siya. So we have to simplify. So x squared plus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. So we have to solve the following equation using any four methods of solving quadratic equations, so which are convenient to you. X times x plus 9 is equal to negative 8. So yung standard form niya, we have x squared plus 9x plus 8 is equal to 0. Solution, so by factoring. So paano nalaman natin na factoring siya? So una, so we have to get the factors of 8 and the sum is 9. So ngayon, mag-isip kayo ng factor ng 8 kung saan yung sum niya is 9. Meron ba? Okay, so the answer is 8, 8 and 1. 8 times 1 is equal to 8. 8 plus 1, that is 9. Nakuha natin yung factors of 8 and the sum is 9. So we have to use the factoring. So we have to write it in a factor form. So x plus 1 times x plus 8 is equal to 0. So by zero product of property, so we have x plus 1 is equal to 0. So adding negative 1 to both sides of the equations, so your x will be negative 1. So sa other side naman tayo, x plus 8. So adding negative 8 both sides of the equations, so ano mangyayari? Ang x natin magiging negative 8. So then the solution of the equation are x equal to 1 or x equal to negative 8. Example number 2, transform the following equations into quadratic equations in a standard form and solve the equations using any four methods of solving quadratic equations which are convenient to you. So we have x plus 3 times x minus 7 is equal to 15. So we have the solution. So by using the FOIL method, so una, multiply natin yung first term. So x times x, that is x squared. So the outer term, x times negative 7, we have negative 7x. Then the inner term, positive 3 times x, that is 3x. Positive 3 times negative 7, that is negative 21. Pagsamahin natin lahat yan, so the answer is x squared minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 is equal to 15. The next, we have to combine the similar term. So negative 7x plus 3x. So the answer is negative 4x. So kaya mangyayari x squared minus 4x minus 21 is equal to 15. So next, we have to adding negative 15 to both sides of equations. So we have x squared minus 4x minus 21 plus negative 15 is equal to 15 plus negative 15. So ngayon, 15 plus negative 15 ay magiging 0 na siya. So, simplify the equations. So that is x squared minus 4x minus 21 minus 15 is equal to 0. Then we have to combine the similar term. So negative 21 minus 15, that is negative 36. So the standard form is x squared minus 4x minus 36 is equal to 0. So we have to solve the equations. So the standard form is x squared minus 4x minus 36 is equal to 0. So ngayon, we have to use any methods. So try natin ang factoring. So pag-solve natin ng equations kapag naka-standard form, i-try mo muna natin yung factoring. Kapag nakuha natin yung factor ng negative 6 at yung sum niya is negative 4, we have to use the factoring. So tingnan natin. So factors of negative 36 and the sum is negative 4. So ngayon, mag-isip nga kayo ng factors ng negative 36 at yung sum niya is negative 4. Kapag i-multiply natin yung dalawang factors, ang sagot is negative 36. At pag i-add naman natin sila, yung dalawang factors, ang sagot ay negative 4. Meron ba? Okay, wala. So, none. Hindi natin na-satisfy yan, so we have to use the quadratic formula. So sa quadratic formula, we have to find the value of A, B, and C. So ano ang A? A is 1. So nakuha yung 1 dun sa x squared natin sa quadratic term, which is x squared. The value of B is negative 4. So saan nakuha yung negative 4? Doon sa linear term natin, which is negative 4x. And next, C is negative 36. So, yung C natin, that is the constant term. Yung numbers lang siya. Okay? Since nakuha na natin yung value ng A, B, and C, so the formula for quadratic formula, we have x is equal to negative B, positive and negative, square root of B squared minus 4AC over 2A. By using the substitution method, so x equal to negative times negative 4, positive and negative square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 36 over 2 times 1. So what is negative times negative 4? The answer is positive 4. What is negative 4 squared? That is 16. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 36, that is positive 144. Then 2 times 1, that is 2. Okay, nakuha ba? Nasundan ba? Okay. Ngayon, simplify natin. So, 16 plus 144, that is 160. So, since 160 is not perfect square, so mag-isip kayo ng factors ng 160 kung saan yung isa is perfect square roots at yung isa hindi. Meron ba? Okay, meron. So, ano yun? So, we have 16 and 10. So, square root of 16 times 10. Kung saan yung 16 ay perfect square at yung 10 hindi. So, ano ba ang square root of 16? We have 4. Ang square root of 10 meron ba? Wala. So, ngayon, ang sagot natin ay x equal to 4 positive and negative 4 square root of 10. So, ngayon, since square root of 16 is 4, so ilabas natin yung 4 sa square root. So, we have, so by using the zero product of property, so x equal to 4 plus 4 squared of 10 over 2. Ngayon, i-divide natin ang 4 and 2. So, 4 divided by 2, sagot natin ay 2. How about 4 divided by 2? That is 2. So, we have the answer would be x equal to 2 plus 2 squared of 10. Next, x equal to 4 minus 4 squared of 10. So, divide natin. 4 divided by 2, that is 2. Then, 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So, the answer would be x equal to 2 minus 2 square root of 10. Then, the solution of the equation are x equal to 2 plus 2 square root of 10 and x is equal to 2 minus 2 square root of 10. Nasundan ba? Okay. So, ngayon, proceed tayo sa example number 3. So, paano ko pag ganito yung equation natin? So, paano natin kukunin yung standard form niya? Okay, expand natin yung the quantity of x plus 2 squared. So, we have x plus 2 times x plus 2. So, the same lang sila. That is square of binomial. So, para masolve natin yan, you have to use the FOIL method. Multiply the first term, x times x, that is x squared. Then x times 2, that is 2x. And the inner term, 2 times x, that is 2x. The last term, positive 2 times positive 2, we have positive 4. So ngayon, pagsamahin natin lahat yan. Kaya mangyayari, x squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4 is equal to 9. So we have to combine the similar term. So 2x plus 2x, that is 4x. So x squared plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 9. So adding negative 9 to both sides of equations, so mangyayari, x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus negative 9 is equal to 9 plus negative 9. So 9 plus negative 9 magiging 0 na yan. So, we have to simplify the equation. So, mangyayari, ang naiwan ay x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus negative 9 is equal to 0. So, combine the similar term. We have positive 4 plus negative 9. Okay, anong sagot? That is negative 5. So, ang standard form niya ay x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. So, ngayon, we're going to solve this equation. So, itong standard form natin. So, isolve natin yan using the any methods. The quantity of x plus 2 squared is equal to 9. So, ang standard form niya ay x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 0. So, solution natin. So, by using the factoring. Bakit kaya factoring? So, try natin. Factors of negative 5 and the sum is 4. So, ngayon mag-isip kayo ng factors ng negative 5. Kung saan yung sum niya ay 4. Meron ba? Okay, meron. Ano kaya yun? That is 5 and negative 1. So, 5 times negative 1, the answer is negative 5. So, 5 plus negative 4, the answer is 4. Since na-satisfy natin, so we have to use the factoring. We have to write it in factor form. Kaya, x plus 5 times x minus 1 is equal to 0. By using the zero product of property, so x plus 5 is equal to 0. So, by adding negative 5 to both sides of the equation, so mangyayari, x is equal to negative 5. Next, x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, ano gagawin natin? We have to add 1 both sides of the equations. So, the value of x would be 1. Then, the solution of the equations are x is equal to -1 or x is equal to 1. Naintindihan ba? Okay, kapag naintindihan, so let's proceed to example number 4. So, paano pag ganito yung equation natin? So, paano natin kukunin yung standard form? Okay. So, we have to get the square of both sides. Ngayon, i-expand natin yung the quantity of 2x minus 1 squared at the quantity of x plus 1 squared. So, una, i-expand muna natin yung quantity of 2x minus 1 squared. So, nangyayari, 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1. So, multiply the first term. So, 2x times 2x, that is 4x squared. So, outer term, 2x times -1, the answer is negative 2x. The inner term, -1 times 2x, that is negative 2x. Then, the last term, -1 times -1, the answer is 1. Okay, next, i-expand naman natin yung the quantity of x plus 1 squared. So, mangyayari, x plus 1 times x plus 1. So, multiply natin yung first term, x times x, that is x squared. Then, outer term, x times 1, that is x. Then, the inner term, positive 1 times x, that is x. The last term, positive 1 times positive 1, the answer is 1. So, pagsasamahin natin lahat yan, so we have, so using the full method, so 4x minus 2x minus 2x, 4x squared minus 2x plus 1, yan yung product ng quantity of 2x minus 1 squared. Quantity of x plus 1 squared is x squared plus x plus 1. We have to combine the similar term. Negative 2x minus 2x. So we have negative 4x. Then x plus x, that is 2x. So ngayon, ang sagot natin ay 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1. So, we have to add negative x squared minus 2x minus 1 to both sides of equation. So, yan. So, mangyayari, 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 minus x squared minus 2x minus 1 is equal to x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus x squared minus 2x minus 1. So, we have to simplify the equation. So, mangyayari. So, ano naiwan? Ang naiwan ay 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 minus x squared minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So, saan nakuha yung 0? Kasi ang x squared minus x squared, that is 0. Positive 2x minus 2x, that is 0 pa rin. Then, positive 1 minus 1, that is 0. Kaya naging 0 siya. Next, we have to combine the similar term. So, 4x squared minus x squared, that is 3x squared. Negative 4x minus 2x, that is negative 6x. Then, positive 1 minus 1. So, positive 1 and minus 1, that is 0. So, hindi natin na kailangang ilagay yung 0. So, automatic, ang sagot natin ay 3x squared minus 6x equal to 0. Or, the standard form is 3x squared minus 6x equal to 0. So, nakuha na natin yung standard form. Ngayon, so we have to solve these equations using the any methods. So, ito yung standard form natin. 3x squared minus 6x equal to 0. So, by using the factoring. Bakit kaya factoring? Since wala tayong constant term, so kukunin natin yung common monomial factor nila. So, ng 3x squared and 6x. So, ano kaya ang common monomial factor nila ay, ano kaya? That is 3x. So, mangyayari, 3x squared over 3x minus 6x over 3x. So, kunin natin yung quotient nila. So, we have, ang quotient nila is x minus 2. Kaya ang x minus 2 ay nasa loob ng parenthesis. At nasa labas ng parenthesis naman, yun yung common monomial factor. Within x minus 2, yan yung quotient natin nakuha. Ang 3x, yan yung common monomial factor. So by applying the zero product of property, so we have 3x equal to 0. So divide both sides by 3x. Kaya ang mangyayari, 0 divided by 3, that is 0. Kaya ang x equal to 0. Next, x minus 2.
Add 2 to both sides of the equations. So x is equal to 2. Then the solution of the equations are x is equal to 0 or x equal to 2. Now we have to proceed to Module 3C and Module 3D. So continuation lang to.
We have example number 1. 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 is equal to 2. So we have to get the LCD or the least common denominator of x and 4. So what is the LCD? So we have 4x. So the LCD is 4x. So solution. So what we're going to do is we have to multiply the LCD on both sides of the equations. 4x divided by x is equal to 4. 4 times 6, we have 24. Next, 4 divided by 4, we have x. X times x minus 3, we have x squared minus 3x by using the distributive property. Next, 4x times 2, we have 8x. So simplify, so the answer is 24 plus x squared minus 3x is equal to 8x. Next, we have to add negative 8x to both sides of equations. We have 24 plus x squared minus 3x minus 8x is equal to 8x minus 8x. So simplify the equations. We have 24 plus x squared minus 3x minus 8x is equal to 0. So 8x minus 8x, that is 0. So kaya naging 0 siya. Next, combine similar terms. So we have negative 3x minus 8x. We have negative 11x. So 24 plus x squared minus 11x is equal to 0. Next, we have to write the quadratic equations in a standard form. So the standard form is x squared minus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have to solve the equations. So this is the standard form. X squared minus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0. So we have to use any methods. So before that, so we have to try if the factors of 24 and the sum is negative 11 is satisfied. Mag-isip kayo ng factors ng 24 kung saan i-add natin yung dalawang factors is equal to negative 11. Ano kaya yung factors na yon? Meron ba? Okay, meron. So ano yon? We have negative 8 and negative 3. So try natin. Negative 8 times negative 3, we have 24. So positive 24. Next, negative 8 plus negative 3, the answer is negative 11. So nakuha natin yung constant term, 24, at yung b natin we have negative 11. So na-satisfy natin ngayon, so we have to use the factoring. So ngayon, ano ba ang magiging factor form niya? So we have x minus 8 times x minus 3 is equal to 0. So by applying the zero product of property, so x minus 8 is equal to 0. So we have to apply the addition property of equality. So we have to add 8 to both sides of equations. Your x is equal to 8. Next, if x minus 3 is equal to 0, so by applying the addition property of equality, so we have to add 3 to both sides of equations. So we have x is equal to 3. Next, so we have to check whether the obtained values of x make the equation 6 over x plus x minus 3 over 4 is equal to 2 true. So if x is equal to 8, 6 over 8 plus 8 minus 3 over 4 is equal to 2. So 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. So get the LCD or the least common denominator of 4 and 8. So we have 8. So para makuha natin, so 8 divided by 8, that is 1. 1 times 6, that is 6. Next, 8 divided by 4, that is 2. 2 times 5, we have 10. Next, 6 plus 10, that is 16. So 16 divided by 8, that is 2. So meaning, since 2 is equal to 2, that is true. Okay, now, how about if x is equal to 3? So, by using the substitution method, 6 over 3 plus 3 minus 3 over 4 is equal to 2. So, 3 minus 3, we have 0. And 0 divided by 4, that is 0. And 6 divided by 3, we have 2. So, 2 is equal to 2, so that is true. Then, the solution of the equations are x equal to 8 or x is equal to 3. So now we have to proceed to example number 2. 1 over 3x plus 4x over 6 is equal to 1. So first we're going to find the LCD or the least common denominator. So the denominator is 3 and x. The multiple of 3 is 3 and 6. So we have to write 6. So ngayon ang common multiple nila ay 6. Ang x wala naman. So steady lang yan. So ngayon ang LCD nila ay 6x. So we have to multiply the LCD on both sides of the equations. So what I'm going to do, we have to simplify the equation. 6x divided by 3x, that is 2. 2 times 1, that is 2. Next, 6x divided by 6, that is x. So x times 4x, that is positive 4x squared. Then 6x times 1, that is 6x. So the answer would be 2 plus 4x squared is equal to 6x. Next, we have to add negative 6 to both sides of the equations. So we have 2 plus 4x squared minus 6x is equal to 6x minus 6x. So simplify. 2 plus 4x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. So we have to write the quadratic equation in a standard form. So what is standard form? 4x squared minus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Next, we have to solve the equation. So the standard form is 4x squared minus 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. Since 4, 6, and 2 are multiple of 2. So we have to divide both sides by 2. So 4x squared divided by 2, that is 2x squared. 6x divided by 2, that is 3x. And 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Okay, since our a is greater than 1, so we're going to use the quadratic formula. So we have to find the value of a, b, and c. So what is our a? A is 2, b is negative 3, and c is 1. So by using the formula, okay, so we have to substitute the value of a, b, and c. So we have negative times negative 3, positive and negative square root of negative 3 squared, minus 4 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 2. So we have negative times negative 3, that is 3. Then negative 3 squared, that is 9. Negative 4 times 2 times 1, that is negative 8. Then 2 times 2, that is 4. So we have x equal to 3, positive negative, square root of 9 minus 8 over 4. So what is 9 minus 1? That is 1. Kaya square root of 1. Next, what is square root of 1? That is 1. So x is equal to 3, positive and negative 1 over 4. So by using the zero product of property to find the solutions or the roots, okay, so we have x equal to 3 plus 1 over 4. So 3 plus 1, that is 4. So 4 over 4, that is 1. So x is equal to 1. Next, if x is equal to 3 minus 1 over 4. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. So 2 over 4. So we have to simplify over 4. So x is equal to 1 half. So we have to check whether the obtained values of x make the equation 1 over 3x plus 4x over 6 equal to 1 true. So for x equal to 1, so by substitutions, we have 3 times 1, that is 3, kaya 1 over 3. 4 times 1, that is 4, kaya 4 over 6. So we have 1 over 3 plus 4 over 6 equal to 1. Next, so we have to get the LCD of 3 and 6. We have 6. So 6 divided by 3, that is 2. 2 times 1, that is 2, kaya nakuha yung 2. Next, 6 divided by 6, that is 1. 1 times 4, that is 4. Kaya, ang sagot is 2 plus 4 over 6 is equal to 1. Next, so 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So 6 over 1, that is 1. So 1 is equal to 1, that is true. Next, if x is equal to 1, so we have to substitute. So 1 over 3 times 1 half plus 4 times 1 half over 6 is equal to 1. We have 1 over 3 half. So paano nakuha yung 3 half? 3 times 1 half, that is 3 half. So next, paano nakuha yung 2? 4 times 1 half, that is 2. Or what is 1 half of 4? That is 2. So 2 over 6. So yung 1 over 3, yung 1 over 3 half, get the reciprocal of 3 half, that is 2 thirds. So 1 times 2 thirds, 2 thirds. So ngayon, compare natin yung 2 over 6. Kaya 2 thirds plus 2 over 6 equal to 1. Next, Okay, get the LCD of 3 and 6. So the LCD is 6. So, paano nakuha yung 4 and 2? So, 6 divided by 3, that is 2. 2 times 2, that is 4. 6 divided by 6, that is 1. 1 times 2, that is 2. Kaya nakuha yung 4 plus 2. Next, 4 plus 2, that is 6. So, 6 over 6, that is 1. So, 1 is equal to 1. That is true. Then, the solution of the equation are x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1. Example number 3. So, we have x plus 1 is equal to 2t minus 7 over t plus 5 is equal to 5t plus 8 over t plus 5. Okay, so we have to find the LCD or the least common denominator. So we have x plus 5 and x plus 5. Since we have the same denominator, so automatic our LCD is t plus 5. We have to multiply the LCD on both sides of the equations. Okay, so we have simplified equations. So t plus 5 times t plus 1. So using the FOIL method, the answer is t squared plus 6t plus 5. Next, t plus 5 divided by t plus 5, that is 1. So 1 times 2t minus 7, the answer is 2t minus 7. Next, t plus 5 divided by t plus 5 times 5t plus 8, the answer is negative the quantity of 5t plus 8. So we have to simplify the equation. So we have to remove the parentheses. So we have t squared plus 6t plus 5 is equal to 2t minus 5t minus 7 minus 8. Next, we have to combine the similar term. So 2t minus 5t, that is negative 3t. Next, negative 7 minus 8, the answer is negative 15. So, the answer is t squared plus 6t plus 5 is equal to negative 3t minus 15. So, we have to add 3t plus 15 to both sides of equations. So, we have t squared plus 6t plus 5 plus 3t plus 15 is equal to negative 3t minus 15 plus 3t plus 15. So we have to combine the similar terms. So we have 6t plus 3t. So we have 90. Positive 5 plus 15, we have 20. So ito magiging automatic, that is 0. So the final answer or the standard form would be t squared plus 90 plus 20 is equal to 0. Standard form is t squared plus 9x plus 20 is equal to 0. So, we have to find the factors of 20 and the sum is 9. So, mag-isip kayo ng factors ng 20 at yung sum nyo is 9. Meron ba? Okay, meron. Ano yon? We have 5 and 4. So, check natin. 5 times 4, that is 20. So, nakuha natin. So, get the sum. 5 plus 4, that is 9. So, ngayon, nakuha natin yung factor ng 20 and yung sum nyo is 9, which is 5 and 4. So, we have to use the factoring. So, ang gagawin natin, kunin natin yung factor form niya. We have t plus 5 times t plus 4 is equal to 0. So, by applying the zero product of property, so t plus 5 is equal to 0. By applying the addition property of equality, you have to add negative 5 to both sides of equation. Kaya magiging answer natin, t is equal to negative 5. Next, t plus 4 is equal to 0. So the same, we have to apply the addition property of equality. So we have to add negative 4 to both sides of equation. So, mangyayari, ang t is equal to negative 4. So, we have to check whether the obtained values of x make the equation t plus 1 is equal to 2t minus 7 over t plus 5 minus 5t plus 8 is equal to t plus 5 true. So, if x negative 5, so we have negative 5 plus 1. So, by using the substitution method, so negative 5 plus 1 is equal to 2 times negative 5 minus 7 over negative 5 plus 5 minus 5 times negative 5 plus 8 over negative 5 plus 5. So, negative 5 plus 1, that is negative 4. 2 times negative 5, that's negative 10 minus 7, that is negative 17. So, negative 5 plus 5, that is 0. Next, 5 times negative 5, that is negative 25, plus 8, that is negative 17. So, since our denominator is 0, automatic, that is undefined. So, since undefined siya, that is false. Okay? Next, if x negative 4, t plus 5 is equal to 2t minus 7 over t plus 5 minus 5t plus 8 over t plus 5. So, by using substitution method, so negative 4 plus 5 is equal to 2 times negative 4 times negative 7 over negative 4 plus 5 minus 5 times negative 4 plus 8 over negative 4 plus 5. So, negative 4 plus 1, that is negative 3. 2 times negative 4, that's negative 8, minus 7, that is negative 15. Negative 4 plus 5, that is 1. Next, 5 times negative 4, that is negative 20. Negative 20 plus 8, that is negative 12. So, negative 15 divided by 1, that is negative 15. Then, negative 12 divided by 1, that is negative 12. So, negative 15 minus negative 12, that is negative 3. So, negative 3 over 1, so that is negative 3. So, negative 3 is equal to negative 3. So, since na-satisfy natin, that is true. Then, the solution of the equation is t is equal to negative 4. So, kapag yung denominator is 0, that is undefined. That is false na. Okay? Example number 4. How about this one? S plus 8 over S minus 2 is equal to 1 plus 4S over S minus 2. So, we have to get LCD. So, the denominator is S minus 2 and S minus 2. So, what is the least common denominator? Since the same sila, automatic ang LCD natin ay S minus 2. Solution, so we have to multiply the LCD on both sides of the equations. So, S minus 2 times S, that is S squared minus 2x. S minus 2 divided by S minus 2, that is 1. 1 times 8, that is positive 8. Next, S minus 2 times 1, that is S minus 2. And S minus 2 divided by S minus 2, that's 1. 1 times 4S, that is positive 4S. Simplest form is S squared minus 2S plus 8 is equal to S minus 2 plus 4S. Okay, next, we have to combine the similar term. So, S plus 4S, that is 5S. Kaya, ang sagot ay S squared minus 2S plus 8 is equal to 5S minus 2. Next, we have to add negative 5S plus 2 to both sides of equations. So, mangyayari, S squared minus 2S plus 8 minus 5S plus 2 is equal to 5S minus 2 minus 5S plus 2. So, simplify natin. So, mangyayari, x squared minus 2s plus 8 minus 5s plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay? So, we have combine the similar terms. Negative 2s minus 5s is negative 7s. Next, 8 plus 2, that is 10. So we have the answer is x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. The standard form of this rational algebraic equation is x squared minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Yung factors of 10 and the sum is negative 7, so we have to use the factoring. Ngayon, ang factor form niya is s minus 5 times s minus 2 is equal to 0. So by applying the zero product of property, so s minus 5 is equal to 0. By applying the addition property of equality, so you have to add 5 to both sides of equations, so your s is equal to 5. Next, s minus 2 is equal to 0, so we have to use the addition property of equality, so we have to add 2 to both sides of the equation. So your s is equal to 2. So we have to check whether the obtained values of x make the equation s plus 8 minus s minus 2 is equal to 1 plus 4s over s minus 2 true. So for x equal to 5. So we have 5 plus 8 over 5 minus 2 is equal to 1 plus 4 times 5 over 5 minus 2. So we have, so paano kuha natin? 5 minus 2, that is 3. Kaya 5 plus 8 over 3. Next, 4 times 5, kaya nakuha natin yung 20. So, 5 minus 2, that is 3. Kaya 1 plus 20 over 30. Next, so get the LCD. Since yung 5 is whole number, automatic ang denominator is 1. So the LCD is 3. So 3 times 5, that is 15. Then 3 divided by 3, that is 1. 1 times 8, that is 8. Kaya nakuha yung 15 plus 8 over 3. Next, the same with, okay, so kunin natin yung LCD. So 1 is whole number. So the denominator 1 is whole number. The denominator is 1. Kaya ang LCD is 3. So automatic, 3 times 1, that is 3. So 3 divided by 3, that's 1. 1 times 20, that's 20. Kaya nakuha yung 3 plus 20 over 3. So by adding the similar fraction. So you have to find the LCD. So simplify natin. 15 plus 8, that is 23 over 3. 3 plus 20, that is 23 over 3. Since equal sila, that is true. Next, for x equal to 2. So, by substitution method, so 2 plus 8 over 2 minus 2 is equal to 1 plus 4 times 2 over 2 minus 2. So, 2 plus 8 over, so 2 minus 2, that is 0, is equal to 1. Plus, so 4 times 2, that's 8. 2 minus 2 is 0. So, napansin nyo, ang denominator natin ay 0. So, that is undefined. So, that is false. So, always remember na kapag yung denominator natin sa rational algebraic expression natin is 0, kung na is 0, ibig sabihin that is false. So, ibig sabihin hindi siya satisfied. The same with the example number 3. Saan yung t is equal to 5, so hindi siya satisfied. So, ibig sabihin, yung denominator natin ay magiging 0, kaya undefined. So, is false. So, ganoon din sa number 4. Okay, also remember, kapag yung denominator natin ay naging 0 siya, so automatic that is false. That is undefined. So, hindi siya kasali sa roots. Okay? So then the solution of the equation is S is equal to 5. So yung 5 lang yung may solution siya.
Mga bata, ano ang napag-aralan nyo ngayong linggo? I-comment nyo lang sagot. Thanks for watching! Maraming salamat dahil sinamahan niyo ako sa pababalik-aral sa week 3 ngayong Sabado. Kung meron kayong katanungan, you are free to send message to our math team, Mathematics Teachers Associations of Mandaluyong, or you may ask questions to your math teacher. Muli, ako si Teacher Nats, ang reviewer sa week 3. Kita-kits muli tayo mga bata sa susunod na pagbabalik-aral.